Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss the continuous topic from monopoly market. See, in perfect competition or whatever the business may be, every firm or a business people, the main aim, they wanted to try their profits. They want to maximize their profit. Profit is the ultimate aim of every business, every firm and the producers. So, in a perfect competition also we studied that profit is the main motive of every firm. In the same manner, in the monopoly market also, here they try to maximize their profit. Here we have some assumptions under the monopoly firm. So, what is the assumption means? They does not hold any stock of output produced. Whatever the goods they are producing, they will not hold any kind of a stock. The entire output what they are producing, they will put for a sale. They will not keep as a stock. Every good what they are producing, the entire output will be put for a sale. Now we will see what is the topic today is about. Short run equilibrium of the monopoly market. So, this can be studied under the two different situation. Here number one, it is a simple situation when the cost of production is 0. See, let me tell you in this way, simple situation, that is the cost of production is 0. And the second one is, it is a situation when the cost of production is positive. See, let me clarify for you in this way. Now, I wanted to produce a car, okay, or I want to produce some commodity, let it be any commodity. So, to produce that, what are the basic things I wanted? The basic things or the factors which is required for the production are factors of production are land, labor, capital, organization. These are the factors of production. So, I am a producer, I am producing some car, okay. So, for the car to produce, to manufacture the car, what are the things, the main factors I required? Land, okay. So, building. For the land, what I have to pay? I have to pay the rent. For the labor, wages. For the capital, interest. For the organization, profit. These are the rewards paid for this factors. Clear? Now, the factors of production are land, labor, capital, organization. For the land, rent has to be paid. For the labor, wages has to be paid. For the capital, interest has to be paid. For the organization, profit goes. So, when we add up all this, so how much I am spending to manufacture a car or to manufacture chalk, some commodity, it is about some commodity, okay. So, I have to pay the wages and I have to have the land first and the capital, for example, building, machineries, what are the various raw materials, transportation, electricity, all that includes, all the capital I am using in order to make chalk or a car. So, to make this chalk or a car, how much I am spending money, the money spent or the income spent by the firm or producer, it is called as a cost. So, cost means what? The money spent by the producer, it is called as a cost or a income. For example, to manufacture car, I am spending, for example, to say 10 lakhs I am spending, okay. So, 10 lakh I am spending means I have to get it back 10 lakhs. For example, to produce a chalk, I am spending 10 rupees I am spending to produce a chalk. I do not know the exact price, just I am giving an example. So, the money spent by me, by the producer, it is called as nothing but cost. Here the concept is when the cost of production is 0. So, cost of production Can it be a 0? Without investing, can we do a business? Ultimately, it is not possible. Here we have another situation which is called cost of production is positive. Yes, of course, always it will be a positive. To manufacture a car, we need 10 lakhs and more than that, or 75,000 or 2 lakhs. Some amount is required to manufacture any commodity, let it be any commodity. Without spending, without investment, we cannot make it. But here one assumption, the two things we are going to study, simple situation where the cost of production is 0 and another situation where the cost of production is positive. Okay. So, these are the two different topics and very important for your exams and in the economic concepts. Okay. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss about the simple situation when the cost of production is 0. How it is possible? But we have here one of the example. Okay. We will see under that head. So, a simple situation when the cost of production is 0, that is without spending money, without spending any amount, that is 0 investment. Okay, we are how the firm is attaining a profit. Today that is our topic is all about. Okay, how the firm is going to get a profit and which is the equilibrium situation, a simple situation. Here with the help of a diagram we are going to explain. So, before going to the diagram, first I will tell you it's like a story. So, I wanted everyone to listen carefully. It's like a small story, listen to me. So, this is a monopoly situation when the cost of production is 0. Okay, that is TC equals 0, that is total cost spent by the firm is 0, but this is very rare case. It is not possible in today's world. In the today's economy it is not at all possible, but it is very rare case that may be happened in the ancient times. Okay. So, let us suppose that there is a village. On the village ide ankolana, in that village which is situated very far, it is very far. I told you already it's like a story, just listen to the story. This village is situated very far away from other villages. So, let us keep this is one village, okay, and other villages situated very far from this village. Okay. So many villages. So, these are all the villages which is situated very far from this village. Okay. Now, we assume there is only one well. So, assume andre we have to imagine that in this village there is only one well. What is this well? So, in this village one well is there. In that well the water will be continuous, the water will be springing every time. So, all the village people completely depend for their water needs on this well. Ivrige bekandrunu water. Okay, if they wanted, all these people are depending upon this village only, because the well is situated here and the water will be found only in this. So, we assume that this well is owned by a particular individual, for example Indra. So, it is owned by me. Okay, my well, I am in this village and my well, so I am a producer or I am a owner of this well. Okay, and nobody else, I own this particular individual, I am owning this well. So, nobody can take water without my permission, and I have the exclusive right over the use of this well. So, the owner, as a owner of the well, does not allow any villager to draw water from this well without paying for it. So, ee villages avaru yaar bandru nan permission ildira yaru water nan well inda tagolakke agalla. Nobody can fetch water, it's my well. So, the around the people, nobody can take the water without my permission from this well. Okay. So, because water is a necessary It is a basic need for every people to drink. Everybody, whatever the charge I put for this, okay, everybody has to take the water, because I am only one well owner from that village, no other people are having the well. So I will not allow anybody to take the water without paying me a price. They have to pay me the price. Thus I enjoy the monopoly power, because yaratranu neeru alli well illa, okay, neeru illa, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ನ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕಮಾಡಿಟಿ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ 1 rupee per pot. I can charge 10 rupees. I can charge 5 rupees. It's my wish. So already we studied in the monopoly market the price. The feature of monopoly market, we will have a uniform price or a discriminatory price. It's my wish. I can charge any price for these water to anybody. Okay, so there is no production cost for water. So ಈ ವೆಲ್ಲು ನನ್ನ ತಾತನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಗ್ ದ ವೆಲ್. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಮನೆಯವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇ ಡಗ್ ದ ವೆಲ್. ಆವಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾಲದವರೆಗೂ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೆಲ್, ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ 0. ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಗ್ ಬೈ ಮೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್? ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 0. ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ವಿ ಶಾಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಮ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾನು ನೀರು ಹೂ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೆಲ್, ಹೂ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೆಚಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ 2 rupees or 5 rupees or 10 rupees. So whatever the price I charge from them and they are paying it, it is a maximum profit for me. I'll get a maximum profit. Okay, so now we will explain the monopoly market attains equilibrium when the profit is maximum. Okay, so when the profit is maximum under the monopoly market will attain a equilibrium situation. So profit of a monopoly firm is given by the difference between TR and TC. So what is the formula to calculate profit? So we symbolically write as pi equals TR minus TC. Pi means profit, okay, equals TR means total revenue, TC means total cost. So what is the difference between the total revenue and the total cost? It is called as a profit. Okay, so here we will see, for example, total revenue is 100 and the total cost is 80. So between 100 and 80, what is the difference? 20 is the difference. So what is the profit? The profit is 20. The difference between the total cost and total revenue, total revenue and total cost is called as a profit. Okay, this situation is a profit. Okay, I hope you can understand. See, total revenue, total cost. Just an example I will tell you before going to the diagram. For example, 100 rupees I am getting a revenue and 80 rupees spent, means this is called as a profit, right? And 100 rupees spent and 100 rupees spent total cost, 100 rupees the revenue we got, means it is a normal profit. And thirdly, 100 rupees we got the revenue and spent 150 rupees, means it is a loss. Have you understood? This is the loss. Now I'll explain here. The profit equals TR minus TC, okay, to get the profit. So when the profit is maximum, the monopoly market attains the equilibrium. Okay, so then the profit of a monopoly firm with 0 cost is, see here, now we are studying that the cost of production is 0, that is pi equals TR minus TC, that is TR minus 0 pi equals TR minus TC. Here the cost is 0. So what will be the remaining? If 5 rupees if I get for the water also, or 10 rupees or 1 rupees if I charge, whatever the total revenue I am getting, that will be the profit here. Okay. So if the TC is 0, the maximum profit is total revenue. So when the TR is maximum, profit also reaches the maximum. This situation is explained with the help of a diagram. See, I didn't get the exact picture for this monopoly firm total revenue, total average revenue and the marginal revenue. In yesterday's video, I have discussed about the total revenue curve. So under the monopoly market, the total revenue curve will be sloping upward like in a bending shape. Under the monopoly market, TR curve is not a straight line, it will be a bend like this. This is the total revenue, and average revenue curve actually starts from the y-axis. Okay, y-axis it touch from the y-axis, this is the average revenue curve, and marginal revenue curve also touch from the y-axis. In the I didn't get the image which is touching the y-axis, so just I am making a correction while you are listening to this. Please, when you are drawing in your notebook, you have to touch the y-axis here. Got it? So this is called as a, yesterday we discussed about the demand curve, average revenue curve, and this is the marginal revenue curve. So average revenue curve will be above the marginal revenue curve, and marginal revenue curve will be the below the average revenue curve. Okay, now I want you to listen it carefully. So TR represents the total revenue curve, this is average revenue curve, this is the marginal revenue curve. So the AR curve is the demand curve and depicts the price charged per unit of water. So average illinda now what we have to do is we have to draw one line will be connected from TR curve. So when the TR is maximum, where it is the TR is maximum at this point. After this point the curve starts. Once again I will show you. This AR and MR curve should touch from y-axis. So TR maximum is this point. See, after reaching this maximum point, the TR curve is falling down. Okay, from there TR curve we have to draw one line here which is touching the x-axis. X-axis na touch agide. So where the maximum line is drawn, total revenue, from that line where the AR curve is sloping downward, from there if you draw a line, it is called as a price line. So here for a pots of water, the village man, how much he charged the price for this commodity, for this water. So much he priced, this is the maximum price he charged for that. So this portion is indicating the profit, this portion is indicating the profit level. Okay, I am shading with the green. This portion indicates the profit of the monopoly firm under a simple situation, because here I will give you one small explanation for this so that you can understand. Here I will mark it this point as a O, this is P, this is E, this point is E, and this point is Q. Okay, so many points is given. Now I will make it one thing. So the profit, so profit is mentioned as pi equals TR minus TC. Okay, now we will see TR means how we can calculate. TR means we can calculate into AR into Q. Okay, and TC means AC into Q. Got it? AC into Q, if you multiply it, you will get TC, and AR into Q, if you multiply, you will get the PR. You can have another formula also to calculate TRP into Q also, you can make it, or AR into Q also, it is same total revenue. Okay, now you have to know that AR into Q. So AR means this is the average revenue curve which is intersecting at this point. So AR into Q means here OP into OQ, OP into OQ. That is AR into Q means this is AR is touching here. So OP into OQ. Here minus AC, we do not have a AC because our cost of production is 0. AC into Q is 0. So if you multiply OP into OQ, if you multiply this OP and OQ, I already told you, you will get this entire portion OPEQ. OP into OQ, OPEQ. So OPEQ minus 0. That means here the shaded portion which is telling the profit, the maximum profit which is received by the monopoly firm, where the cost of production is 0. Here AC into Q is 0. Whatever the price charged by the seller, that will be the ultimate profit received. That means finally here what will be OP, I told you this is E, this is Q. So OP into OQ, you will get OPEQ. This is the shaded portion which tells the profit which is received by the monopoly firm. So this is the profit. OPEQ is the profit at this maximum level, the total revenue received by the maximum. For example 10. So 10 is the maximum price he charged, and that will be the total revenue for the monopoly firm. This is a situation under the simple situation of short run equilibrium under a simple situation. So equilibrium output is OQ. OQ is a equilibrium output. OP is a equilibrium price. At this situation, the firm attains equilibrium and the maximum profit is denoted by this OPEQ. So thank you for watching. If you have a doubt, please ask me and correct this diagram. So this diagram should touch this y axis, it should connect like this. Okay, so make it correct and make use of time. Any doubt, call me and ask me.